Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and it is unboxing time. This is my Oz Machine Company Roosevelt, and I have been excited for this knife ever since I had a loaner of it months and months ago. I've talked about it countless times on my podcast and probably referenced it in other videos, and this is an exciting day. I'll save the story of dealing with the post office today for like a podcast or something. It's a whole story, but this is here. So we're going to open it up. I should have worn my Oz Machine Company shirt, I'm now realizing, although I think it's in the laundry. I wear that shirt a lot. Anyway, it's here. I talked about on my last podcast what build I went with, but I'll go ahead and explain that as I opened it. So basically, the book spot I got a couple of months ago now for this knife was one of 100 book spots that were done a certain way. Let me say that. So in the past, like the one of these that I handled before, they were customs in the sense that if you got a spot and your spot came up, I have it's like a hair on me. When your spot came up before, basically it was somewhat limitless what you could request to have done on your knife. So a bunch of different scale materials, a bunch of different blade finishes, a lot of wild materials for the clip and the backspacer and stuff. And like the one that I handled had a crown spine. That was something that had been asked for that wasn't done on many of them. Just a lot of things, coatings and stuff you could do, right? For this batch of 100, it was simplified quite a bit. So basically, on this batch of 100, the options were you could add Timascus clip and backspacer or Zerk clip and backspacer, or either or. You could add a Zerk backspacer and a Timascus clip or whatever. You could choose from a couple of different milling patterns on the handle, which I went with the golf putter milling we're about to see. And then you could have the hardware anodized, a whole variety of colors. And if you did a tie backspacer, you could have the titanium backspacer anodized as well. And then the blade, it was just stonewashed and no finish options, nothing you could do there. The blade is going to be what it's going to be. And the handle you couldn't have anodized. It's all just like stonewashed. And that's kind of it. So the reasoning for that, best I understand, was in an effort to make these knives allow him to build them faster and get more of them into more people's hands more quickly than he would have if he had kept doing like truly one-offs. So I ordered a spec that now I've actually seen a couple of other people do, and it's fairly simple. I'm stoked for it. But I think it's ultimately going to be kind of a good thing because this is going to be a user knife for me. This is just going to be a knife that goes in my pocket and I carry and I cut things with. Comes in one of these hard shell plastic cases. It's wrapped in plastic. And then there was a little, just the like invoice note signed by Daniel and Jenna, which is really nice of them. And yeah, so nice little invoice there, and then the Oz Machine Company hard case. I actually haven't held one of these hard cases before. I don't think. I'm pretty sure when Jason loaned me his, he sent the knife to me in just a soft pouch or something. But yeah, nice hard shell case. And let's see what we're looking at in here. Is there a side latch? I feel like I'm forcing it. I'm a crazy person. What's happening? Maybe it's just like the pressure. Oh my gosh. What is happening? I've unlatched it. Hold on. It's really stuck. Oh my gosh. There's got to be something I'm missing. It comes in a trick case, guys. I wonder if it's like lower pressure in Indiana where he is, and because these are sealed. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was just like suctioned shut. All right, it's open. That was climactic, wasn't it? So here's the knife. It's not set down into there or anything, so I'm just gonna kind of hold it up for a moment, but you can see I've got black hardware, golf putter milling. Man, that was like sharp on my thumb. Under the, oh, that's cool. So under the foam, we have a sticker of the knife. I dig that. And we have the ownership card. Man, I'm having trouble with this box, aren't I? All right, so model Roosevelt, knife number 209, built 6/16/21. That's awesome. That's actually my wife's birthday that the knife was built on, so that's cool. Info is it's 61 HRC Z-Finite blade with golf putter milling, all-tie construction, and it's got his signature on there. So cool little certificate of authenticity. I'm going to keep that under the foam where it was. And we're going to set this box aside. All right. Here it is, guys. Oh, man. I have been so excited to have a Roosevelt of my own. This is, honestly, kind of a very accurate representation of the word grail for me. Ever since I handled one, I wanted one. But on the first drop that happened of book spots, since I realized I wanted one, I missed it. I was not fast enough, and I've just been lusting after them, but they've been way too expensive on secondary for me to get one for myself. And then ultimately, finally, I was able to get a book spot, and then it was a wait, and man, this looks good. So I did blacked out hardware all over, and back spacer, as you can see, also blacked out. And then the clip is stonewashed. I was hoping to have this be black as well, but that wasn't an option, so is what it is. I do think it looks really good though, and it's probably going to be better for how rough I'm going to be on this knife. Let's see. Oh, yes. Man, that flicks exactly like I was hoping it would. We've got the stonewashed blade, nice mirrored finish edge on there, a little bit of jimping up here, nice swedge out to the tip. Yeah, look at this sucker. Let's see how it shuts. Certainly smooth. Just little baby shakes. Takes it all the way down. I wonder how it'll break in. We'll see. Time will tell. This is going to get so much pocket time. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I mean, it feels like I remember the Roosevelt feeling. I'll say as well, I was a little bit worried that this golf putter milling might feel a little more aggressive than I'd prefer, but it doesn't feel aggressive at all. It feels quite smooth still, even on the edges, so I like that. It's going to give it a little bit more texture in hand without being rough at all. Oh, this is sweet. Yeah, a bunch of internal milling. The number on the knife is right up there, if you can see that, number 209. Yes. All right, it's here. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one relatively short because this is just the unboxing. I'll be doing a first impressions and a full review. Even though I've reviewed the knife before, this one is different in its specs. Slightly different build than the first one, plus now it's got a lock bar insert. The one I had before did not. So this has some updates. Oh man, that feels good to flick. Goodness, and the sounds it makes. Listen to this, hold on. Just so satisfying. Oh man. All right. Yeah, it's here, guys. This is the Roosevelt. Took me a second to get the box open, but the box is open. It's here. It's mine. It's real. And no, you cannot have it. Don't even offer. I just have to have this knife. It's mine. All right. There it is. So I will link down below to OZ Machine Company. I paid for this knife. They didn't send it to the channel for review or anything like that, but I just like them. I think they're awesome. Now that I have one, I can more shamelessly promote when they're going to do like drop days and stuff for spots, because I won't be, although I'll probably still try on every subsequent drop, because having more than one of this knife for the $500 that these cost seems like a no-brainer to me if I could possibly get another spot again. This variant, by the way, with these specs that I chose was literally just $500. After the $15 for shipping, it was $515, I guess, but this is a plain Jane basic version. So this is a lot of knife for $500 in my opinion. as evidenced by them going for like 1,500 on the secondary every time they happen to move. So yeah, the Rosie's here, guys. Thanks for checking it out. We'll see you on the next one.